All right, in this video, we're going to break down all the latest and most recent news about what's going on with the Craig Wright appeal case, which is COPA v. Wright, and the Satoshi identity trial, which is now pending appeal, apparently. So let me give you the actual facts and what we know and how things are moving forward on this, since we reported on it so much during this during the trial period. All right, this is coming at you. So here's what we've got so far. Now, we've done, I will post links here at the end of this video to where you go back and watch some of the breakdowns that I've had about the grounds for appeal, how the case could go back. You know, even if you want to watch the, I would recommend watching the trial, playlist that I put together of all the videos I did when I was reporting on the trial. If you want to learn more about this case, why should you? Because it's freaking entertaining, dude. This is a really entertaining case. It's kind of like cartoon-esque. You've got this Satoshi Nakamoto character, which everybody's has been looking for the last 15 years since he invented Bitcoin. And then now we've got this case, which is actually like pinning it down. Like, wow, we might actually find out who the identity is of Satoshi Nakamoto. And then the court rules. They say, well, it wasn't this guy, so we don't know. They didn't come up with anybody else. So that's where we're at right now. The court said it's not this guy, Wright, and now Wright is now appealing. So the drama online from the COPA side, which is the opposition, they are fiercely against Wright, and it's like an army of them. So what they've been posting is that Wright never appealed, and he never did appeal. So what's now come out though is that it's not an appeal; it's an application for appeal, and that was in the judgment. It was very clear in the judgment. I even wrote about it, talked about it, where it says an application for appeal can be filed either with the trial court with Mehl or with the Court of Appeal. In this case, it was filed with the Court of Appeal. So Wright has another handle that he goes by on his X account, which is personal X account, apparently. And that says that on 5th of August, 2024, a permission to appeal was filed. I've got the file stamped filing here from him, which we have to take as true. It's on his X account, which is S Tominga. It's a pseudonym X account that he has. Apparently he runs by himself, and so that's what we have. There's been a bunch of other drama and unfolding, which is really kind of semantics. So I'll just cover it briefly. Which is basically, it's like my friend Attorney David Pierce, Dr. Tufty the Cat on X. He's saying that, well, Dr. Wright wrote that it was according to the specific Rule 5A, and the Rule 5A doesn't say what it says. According to the judicial website, it says something else, and Wright goes back and says, well, it's in a book, and he says, oh, sure. So, semantics really on that. That doesn't affect anything with the appeal. The bottom line is Wright filed the permission to file the appeal timely. That's in. The case is going forward. As we talked about and predicted in other videos in the past, there's a major foul on the field in this case where we've got blatant interference. And I'll just go ahead and just break it down for those who wanted a little recap on it as to what I think is really happening in this case. And that is, if you remember, Mehl, he ruled 46 times on the Ager-Hansen, I think it was 46 times on the Ager-Hansen effect of the judgment. So I'm not talking about new evidence. I'm not talking about new facts. I'm talking Mehl, he ruled about Ager-Hansen inside this judgment. In fact, the judgment actually specifically refers to a injunction, enjoined, it uses the word enjoined against Ager-Hansen inside the judgment. So Mehl knew that Ager-Hansen was enjoined. He ruled on that. He made a ruling that Ager-Hansen was enjoined inside this judgment. All right. And he determined Ager-Hansen was not a bad actor, and this is another wild lie by Dr. Wright. So that it's been determined. Because it's been determined inside this case, the bad actor side, which Mehl seemed to not connect, he ruled on it. He ruled on it. He saw it in enjoin. He wrote enjoin in the judgment. And that means that, but he still wrote Ager-Hansen was not a bad actor. So I think that's a serious reversible error right there that's going to cause a major, foul on the field, interference, like a flag football game, throwing it out there in the field saying this got to go back. We got a major interference on the field with this bad actor in play with this contempt, where he's now in contempt or sentence. I mean, so, and it's like a corporate espionage case where the guy had refused to surrender documents, phones, computers in the possession of his custody that he was in custody over Enchain, and Enchain was the company that basically Wright was the chief technical officer over. And it's significant because these are potentially, I think Wright's going to write on the appeal, is these are what's called exculpatory evidence, meaning evidence that could have won the case for Wright. He's going to say, well, should Edgar Hansen have produced that stuff and come forward to this case? Well, I would have won. I would have been able to prove that those documents were all forged by Edgar Hansen. I mean, that's kind of what he will probably base his argument on. Believe it or not, we'll never really know. But we do know that we've already got a judgment against Edgar Hansen. So the worst has already been found. So whatever the worst case scenario is, it's already been determined. He did not defend himself. He's been found in contempt of court, and so therefore he's a bad actor. And I think it's a huge error on Miller's part. And allowing that in also with all the stuff that came in from these experts. Now, Wright had very weak rebuttal evidence from the expert reports. Well, his defense on this appeal is likely going to be, Edgar Hansen was my guy that was running my appeal. Look at all this stuff with the wig and all that. He was in charge of those experts. And by the time Edgar Hansen was finally terminated from Enchain in the case, which was September 26th, it was too late to go out and get new experts and start all this over again. It was way too far into the case. I think that's what's going to be brought up on appeal extensively. And clearly, this is not going to be a small, little, tiny thing. I mean, this is a huge expense. I think we ran an analysis. We're like 1.1 million or so was just a ballpark analysis for what Wright's going to have to fork out to get this appeal really rocking and nice and thick, because it's a lot of this is a huge undertaking by a law firm, to even, so from my non-lawyer's perspective in California, just take it at that, literally. Non-lawyers, I haven't even seen all the documents. I've only seen what I could see and read what I could read. There's a lot more to this case that goes on, and you need a freaking team of lawyers and people to really comprehend everything that's going on. But I mean, I follow it every day, so I'm giving you my predictions on it, how it's going to, the effect of what's going to happen when the case goes back on appeal could be monumental, catastrophic for the industry. We don't know. I think the people have talked about on my spaces, like Crypto Rick I just had recently. I had Matt Welsh on. I had Reggie Middleton on. I have tomorrow. I've got a cool show with a guy with Waters Above. That's going to be new. I've never had anything with him before, but Matt Welsh, Be Love and Be You, the singer from yesterday's show, he was on there. He recommended I meet with him. But the opposition is so fierce. The opposition is so fierce against Dr. Wright that a guy in California with just crazy hair and a suit like me and just freaking does what I do gets trolled and attacked so hard you wouldn't believe it. I have a live that goes on last night on a premiere from the Matt Welsh stuff, and apparently I got targeted by the troll army, because I was on there, and then the troll bot chat went nuts. And it was like they're targeted personal attacks, like about I might go through all the personal attacks because it's like relatively just mean personal attacks, okay? About mean stuff, or even like, your mom does, it's like just stuff that's so irate and just inappropriate. You don't say that. It just has nothing to do with anything, but it's just personal troll attacks. So obviously I've been attacked, and that's how strong this opposition against this Dr. Wright. So anybody who's like reporting on this on the right side in any way, they just apparently send in this bot army of trolls to attack you and say whatever they're going to say about you. So that's the bottom line. Clearly that's we're at a war here in this, and I guess I'm on one. They think I'm on one side or the other. But so that's all being said. I'm not going to go into too much more detail about that, but if you like videos like this, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to keep, I'll keep posted on anything else that happens on the appeal as it comes out. And it is probably the most exciting, interesting, cartoon-esque case of our time. So, all right, be sure to freaking share the video, dude. If you see it on X, share it. Hit the notifications bells, and thank you for all the new subscribers. We got a bunch of people subscribing now. Clearly, the something's going good. Let's keep on the good things coming. All right, and think abundance, not scarcity. Abundant mindset. All right. A little summary here on the Dr. Wright appeal. It's going forward, and I'll see you at the top.